tutorial to show you a little bit about Weebly. To start with, when you come to the main screen to log in, this is your username right here. And I gave you your password earlier. Just click sign in. Okay, once you sign in, you're going to see the websites you currently have. Right now, you just have one. It's called Coach Bobby Sports. The web address is right here. Okay, the status is that it's published. And if you want to edit the website, all you have to do is click right here. Over here, some of the other things that you have are clients. This is if you had someone that you wanted to work on the site with. Templates, if you wanted to change up the template or whatnot. Domain, if you wanted to add in a new domain. We've only got one right now. And team, if you had other collaborators that you wanted to help with the site. When you go back to websites, if you click on Edit Website, it'll pull up the actual website. Once it pulls up the website, it's a pretty simple interface. Okay, if you want to look at if you want to build, you click on the Build tab, and it has all these different things you can do. We'll talk about those in a bit. Click on Pages if you want to see your pages. Here are the pages that we set up. Okay, if you want to click on a page, you just click on it. It'll tell you everything about that page. Okay, if you want to go back, just click the back arrow. If you wanted to change something on a page, you click on the page. Here we are. You literally could just go down here and start typing. Okay, as you can see, I created a little text box with a little picture here. If you wanted to change out a picture, you simply click on it and click Replace Image. Okay, you can also justify it to the left or right. Okay, it really couldn't be any easier in that regard. Let me not get ahead of myself. Let's go back a little bit. If you click on Theme, this is the current theme of your page. Okay, you can make it a dark theme or a light theme, or you could change the theme. Okay, if you want it to be different, we probably wouldn't mess with this much. Store, if you had an online store of something that you wanted to do, you wanted to sell an item, you do have the option of that. You'd have to upgrade your plan a little bit. I think it's about $5 more a month. But maybe you wanted to sell t-shirts or you wanted to add items and sell hats. You could do that on this site. You would just have to add an e-commerce ability. Apps, you could add different kinds of apps if you want to. I haven't experimented with this much, but it will allow you to add some apps. And then settings, these are the basic settings of your site. You probably don't need to worry about most of these. Okay, they're going to get a little complicated here, but basically it's just ways to add some special features to your site. I do have a couple of apps I added here for colors and whatnot. You could actually add a blog if you wanted to in the future. But let's get back to the basics. When we get back to the basics, you have, let me get back here. When you get back to the basics and you click on your site and it opens it up, when you look on the left, you're mainly going to be dealing with editing pages. Okay, so to edit a page, you would click on Pages and you would select the page you want. I'm going to select on, let's do physical education. Okay, and that page pops up, and then anything you wanted to change here, you could just change. You could just come in here and let's say I want to change this. I could backspace over that, and you can type in whatever you want. If I scroll down a little bit, here's some pictures. This is a little gallery of pictures. You click on the picture, and you want to edit it in some way, you can just double click it. And here you can change, you can make a link to that, you can add a caption. In this particular one, you could, let me see here. This is the actual gallery. You could add images. You could change the number of columns. You could change the spacing between columns. If you wanted to add images, you could just click on Add Images and upload the images. It couldn't be any easier. Okay, super simple for that. If you wanted to add your own page, okay, you could come over here and where it says Pages, we can just add a page. Okay, now you can either make a standard page or you can do all these other types of pages, which you probably won't need to do. An easy way to make a page is to simply click on a page like this one and click on these little 3 dots over here. Let me go back, let me try that again. Come back over here, and this is actually if you want to move the page. Okay, you can actually also copy the page. So let's just take this page and make a copy of it. Okay, and then here we're going to call it, registration 2, and click copy. Okay, so now you have 2 pages. All right, so if we wanted to come in here and we wanted to edit it, notice that it also automatically populated up here on our menu. Okay, So you could, at this point, you could come in here to registration 2 page. You could edit this, you could edit stuff here, and whatever you wanted to do. If I wanted to now start building on the page, let me go back here and change this one right here. Don't want to mess with our official pages. If we wanted to go back and do some editing, we're going to click on this page that we just created. And now that we're on the registration 2 page, let's say we wanted a picture down here. We're going to click on build. And then when you see the image tab, you're just going to drag it on here. Notice that it kind of puts the picture here to start with. Well, you can always move that. I'm just going to scooch it down over here. Okay, notice that there's no image there yet, so I'm just going to double click it. Here we can upload a photo. Let's just upload, let's see what I have on my desktop. I have a picture of a bulldog here. Okay, and here I can resize this or whatever I want to do. Okay, that's kind of how you add images. If you wanted to add a video, you just come down here, you find what kind of video you want. Let's say we wanted a YouTube video. You could add that right like so. It's going to give you a little placeholder saying, hey, we don't have a video here yet. So you double click it. It says, what's the URL for your video? Just go up here, find your video wherever it is on YouTube. Let's find a video here. I don't know. Let's do, doesn't really matter. Here's one about sewing. Let's do that one. Okay, so here we would just go share, copy this URL, go back to your page, insert the URL, and that is it. Check that out. It's right there where you need it. Okay, if you need to resize it, let's see here. You can all. Kind of shows that it's working there. Pause that for us. Okay, so now here you have basically whatever video, pictures, anything else you wanted to add. Okay, a couple more things over here that it'll allow you to do. You could add a button. Let's do a button because I added some of those right here just to show you what they look like. If I add this button, it puts in a little button. Okay, you click on this little double click here, and it allows you to change the button text. Let's just call it jump. Let's try that again. You just type in jump. Okay, then you click the back arrow. Maybe you want it to be, what kind of style do you want? Okay, keep it the same. I'd keep it the same throughout the rest of them. Position, I'm going to go ahead and center that. Link, you know, it depends on where you want it to go. We can make it go to a page in the post. You can make it go to an email. You can make it dial a phone number, whatever you wanted. Let's say you wanted to just go to a standard page. It's going to ask you what page you want it to go to. Let's make it jump to your Jumping Dragons page. Okay, super simple. Okay, and then that page, that button works. Now all we gotta do is go click publish. And when you click publish, all the changes that you made to that page are now going to be published to your site. Okay, so let's go ahead and publish it just to test. So I'm gonna click publish. And it says it was published successfully. So let's just go back to the page and let's check. So we're gonna type in coachbobby.org. Notice that your page pulls up now and it has a new registration page. If we click on the page, let's see if it has our changes. Yep, it's got our video, it's got our picture, and if we click on here, it takes us to the jump roping page. Okay, that is the basics of Weebly. Okay, I could go over all the different buttons, but to be honest, I think that the easiest way to get the handle on this is to come in here and just click on them. Okay, a divider divides things in half. That's what these little guys are. To put a divider on here, you just drag it in between. If you want to edit that, again, just like everything else, double click it. Okay, maybe you want it to be 50%, you know, not whatever it currently is. Maybe take the spacing down above and below it. Add some spacing above and below it. Okay, just a little practice. I think you'll figure that stuff out. You can add slideshows. You can add galleries. That's a slideshow of pictures. That's a gallery of pictures. Down here below, here's some things you probably won't use as often, but HD video, that's if you want to upload your own video, not a YouTube video, but your own actual video. Probably won't be using Flash much. That's kind of been discontinued. Uploading a file. If you wanted to put a title in, okay, we just take the title, drag it down here, put it in place. Type over it. Okay, change the font, highlight it. Make it bold. Make it a different color. Okay, and remember, each time you do that, you're going to want to click Publish to publish your site. Okay, so that is a basic intro to Weebly. Okay, that shows you some of the different features over here. Really, the easiest way to, if you wanted to practice, is to make yourself a copy page like I did, and just sit there and click around and see what you can add to it. Okay, you can always delete the page, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to click on Pages. I'm going to go to Registration Page 2, and I'm going to delete it. Sure you want to delete this page? Yes, I do. Okay, once we have that, let's go ahead and publish it. You always want to publish your page. So I'm going to go up here and click Publish. Okay, once it's published, we can go back and double check. I always like to check it afterwards. If you click on this link, it'll actually take you straight to your page. And as you can see, that page is gone now, and we're back to the main page. If you want to edit anything else on the page, let's do something real simple, like let's go to our home page. Okay, we're on it. We can just scroll down here. Let's say you wanted to change the footer. Double click it. Down here, you just, like you said something about the address being, maybe want to change that address, just right there, type over it. You type over it on that page, you click Save Footer, it saves it on every page. Okay, you don't have to go fix it on every page. Okay, that's something really neat about Weebly. Once you go to Jumping Dragons or whatnot, a different page, this will change throughout the entire website. Okay, I think that's good for tutorial, for your first tutorial. There's all kinds of tutorials over the web on Weebly, which is one of the reasons I like using it. Because you can go, I mean, there are dozens of different tutorials. So if you anything in particular you want to learn about Weebly, go to Google, type it in, Weebly, and then whatever your question is. I'm sure you can get all kinds of answers. Other than that, you can send me an email too. I can answer whatever else you have. But this should kind of get you started to go in there and at least be able to edit some of this stuff. If you want to edit some of this text, if you want to replace a picture, remember just to click on the page. Another way to kind of move through the pages and edit whatever you want to edit. Okay, be kind of careful. You don't want to mess something up to where it's uncorrectable. But that's kind of how you get it going. That's all there is to it. I hope that helps out.